Your angels have a truly special message for you today. Someone is trying to reach you, to send you a powerful message. Can you feel it? It's as if the universe is conspiring for you to hear the call. This person, who was once so tied to the opinions of others, is now following their heart, trusting their intuition. And do you know what's most surprising? You are an essential part of this transformation, this spiritual journey. It's no coincidence that you're here now. There is something divine happening, something you need to hear, to understand, and that will completely change your perspective. This person is in a moment of deep connection with the universe, seeking a stronger and more sincere bond with what they believe in. Maybe they're not someone extremely religious, or perhaps they are, but that's not the most important thing here. What really matters is how much they're surrendering to this prayer, this silent supplication, or maybe even a profound reflection. They're not just talking to God, they are trying to show what's in their heart. They're genuinely trying to make you feel the importance you have in their life. It's as if they are sending out a call, hoping you realize how essential you are in their story. There's an enveloping energy in what they do, an almost dreamy sensation that reflects the intensity of their desire to have you back. It's as if every fiber of their being is shouting for it. They are completely certain of what they want when it comes to you. They've spent a lot of time thinking, reflecting, pondering what it means to have you close again. In their dreams, you are always present, in a way that goes beyond what words can express. Dreaming of you, visualizing you, feeling your presence even when you are physically apart. All of this is part of their routine, as if it were a ritual of connection. This person has a dreamer's soul, easily lost in thoughts and imaginations. For them, the world of dreams is more comfortable because, in it, everything is already how they wish it to be. In the world of dreams, what they desire with you is already a reality, and there is no fear of rejection. It's a safe place where possibilities have no limits and what they most want is possible, without the barriers of the real world. This person carries in their heart a rare sensitivity, an immense capacity to feel and connect with emotions, both theirs and others. Every gesture, every word, reveals a special care for what they feel, as if protecting and nurturing those feelings were a sacred mission. But as much as this person is capable of surrendering to love, they find in distance a kind of comfort, a refuge where they can be completely themselves without the pressures of direct contact. It's as if, in the exchange of messages, emails, or any other form of distant communication, this person manages to organize their thoughts better, convey more clearly what is in their soul. They see written words as an extension of their heart, a safe way to show what they feel without the vulnerability that direct eye contact could bring. And as much as they want to get closer, as much as they wish to be beside the one they love, there still exists a barrier, a hesitation, perhaps a fear of not being understood or of not finding the right moment to take this important step. Inside, this person holds dreams and hopes for a new chance, an opportunity to start over in love. They wish with all their strength for a new beginning, a chance to live what perhaps has never been lived, or to resume something that for some reason was interrupted. It's as if in their chest, the heart beats stronger with the idea of writing a new story, full of sincere emotions and special moments beside someone they consider important. This message comes loaded with sincerity, a true reflection of what this person feels. It is an invitation to a future where love can blossom again, where affection and happiness can be rebuilt, side by side. But at the same time, it is a cry from someone who still hasn't discovered exactly how to move forward, who is seeking courage and the right words to approach. What this person feels is real, it is deep, and it is present in every thought, in every desire to be closer. And even though the path to this meeting is still a mystery to be unraveled, the desire to share these feelings is so intense that it cannot be ignored. They are somehow waiting for the moment when all of this can be said and lived, with all the truth and care that they hold inside. There is something much deeper happening here, something you may not have even noticed yet. You might not imagine it, but this person is carrying such an intense feeling for you that it transcends mere admiration or attraction. It's not just liking or enjoying, it is genuine love, the kind that is rare to find, hard to put into words. This person is going through a crucial moment, where the need to speak, to open up, to make clear all they feel has become urgent. It's as if they are standing at a crossroads in life, knowing that if they don't act now, they might lose a unique and transformative chance. Within them, the realization that time has passed too quickly weighs on their shoulders. Many moments were wasted, many opportunities left behind, and now they find themselves faced with something so special, so unique, that they simply cannot let it slip away. Their mind is restless, thinking, I've already wasted too much time, I've let so many important things go, and I can't keep living like this. I need to do something solid, build something true that lasts. I can't wait anymore. This person feels that the time to act has come. It is time to turn these feelings into words, to finally take that step that scares them so much, but that they know is crucial to their happiness. They feel with every part of their being that they need to declare themselves, that they need to show you how important you are, how much you mean to them. The urgency of this need is palpable, and the fear of missing this chance, of letting you slip away, is even greater. They are at a point where they no longer want to delay the inevitable, where they don't want to let time pass without saying what needs to be said. There is a burning desire to establish something real, something that makes sense, that lasts, that fills the emptiness they feel. It's not just about words, it's about actions, about demonstrating once and for all how essential you are in their life. And in this whirlwind of emotions, they know that the time is now. They need to speak, to open up, to make you understand how much you are loved, how much you are wanted. This is their moment, the moment to make it clear that you are more than special, that you are the reason for so many deep feelings they carry in their heart. They can't let this opportunity slip away. They can't keep living without you knowing what you truly mean to them. Sometimes, life leads us to relive stories that seem repetitive, patterns that we follow almost automatically, as if we were stuck in an endless cycle. Since childhood, we have been shaped by a specific way of understanding love, of living it, of expressing it. We have learned, without realizing it, to love according to what was taught to us, and so we continue, carrying these teachings in all the relationships we cultivate throughout life. Have you ever caught yourself thinking about how these patterns influence your choices? How, in each relationship, you end up returning to the same starting point, reliving the same sensations, the same dilemmas, the same mistakes. It's as if we are condemned to repeat the story, to go around in circles, without realizing that something needs to change. But then suddenly, something inside you awakens. It is an almost uncontrollable desire to break these patterns, to seek something different, something that transcends everything you have known before. You begin to feel a deep need to experience a love that goes beyond, that breaks the expectations and leads you to live something truly new. And then, this special person comes into your life. In an unexpected way, they arrive like a fresh breeze, bringing with them the promise of a different love, a love you have never experienced before. They are different from everything you have lived, and suddenly, you realize that they represent something bigger, a turning point in your story. But, along with this discovery, comes a reflection. You start thinking about how things could have been different if you had recognized this feeling earlier. Perhaps there is regret, that feeling that time has passed and you were slow to understand how special this person is. You find yourself thinking, why didn't I notice before? Why couldn't I express what I felt sooner? This person, at some point, may have stirred your feelings in a way that seemed to disregard what you had. Maybe it seemed that they didn't care enough or were pushing you aside for no clear reason. But what you may not know is that deep down, there was never a lack of love or affection. What they felt, in truth, was an overwhelming fear. Fear of opening up completely, of giving themselves fully, and of committing seriously. This fear created a barrier, prevented them from surrendering entirely to you and what you could have together. Time passed, and now things are starting to change. They are reviewing their choices, rethinking their attitudes, and they realize they have always sought relationships more out of fear of being alone than out of a real connection. They were trying to fill a void they didn't even know they had, surrounding themselves with people without really giving themselves to them. But now, they feel a huge distance between you, whether physical or emotional. It's a separation that hurts, that makes them deeply reflect on everything that has happened. There are so many things they never told you, feelings kept under lock and key, truths they kept silent. Today, the regret for these omissions weighs heavily. They think in the silence of their heart, I should have been more open, more honest about what I felt. But the fear paralyzed me, kept me from being true. And now, this guilt hits hard, because they understand they could have acted differently, they could have given you the clarity and sincerity you deserved from the beginning. But despite everything, they haven't given up on changing. They are in a process of transformation, trying to be a better person, not only for themselves but also for you. Deep down, They wish there is still time to correct past mistakes, to build something more solid and true. They want to believe that, despite everything, you can still have a future together, where love is stronger than fears, where transparency and sincerity are the foundation of everything. They hope, with a heart full of hope, that you can see this change, that you are willing to give a new chance to this love that, despite all the challenges, has never stopped existing. They know it won't be easy, that it will require effort, patience, and a lot of willingness to make it work. But deep down, they believe it's worth trying because true love is rare, it's precious, and it should not be set aside because of fear or insecurity. They want to come back. That someone who, at a moment in their life, chose to follow a different path, who walked away for reasons that, at the time, seemed right. They left because they needed to find something, to build something for themselves. But this distance came with a heavy emotional burden, a pain that was not easy for either of you. Your relationship went through storms, through moments that left deep marks. And now, after everything, they feel the pain of having left you behind, something they might not have imagined would hit them so hard. There is a huge weight in their heart, a regret that does not let them rest. They lament, and this lament is not just superficial. It is something that consumes them, makes them rethink their choices, makes them wish to turn back time to act differently. They realize clearly that they were not completely transparent, that they hid parts of themselves that should have been exposed. This regret, this desire to fix what was broken, grows every day within them. And they are coming back. When that happens, there will be no more masks, no more half-truths. They will open up like never before. They will show you everything that was hidden, everything they couldn't say when they had the chance. For you, this reunion might be unexpected, something you didn't foresee, especially if you have already gotten used to their absence or if, somehow, you have lost hope that they would return. But they don't want to leave doubts. They don't want there to be space for misunderstandings. They need you to know, with every word and every gesture, how much you still mean to them. They won't just send a message or an unemotional email. No, that wouldn't be enough for them. They want to be there, face to face. They want you to feel the sincerity in every word they utter. For them, the idea of having lost you forever is unbearable, and that is why they feel that only by speaking directly to you, looking into your eyes, will they be able to convey how important you still are in their life. They need you to understand, truly, how much they regret, how much they wish to repair what was broken. Because to them, you are still essential. What was once pure joy and an almost electric energy has now turned into deep pain, a sadness that has settled in and won't leave. This person, who once gave themselves completely to the relationship, is now trapped in a cycle of confusing and painful emotions, not knowing how to move forward. They are still deeply connected to you, but fear paralyzes them, prevents them from taking any action, even though deep down they feel they need to do something. Despite all this confusion, they are fully aware that there is something special between you, something that can be healed, renewed, and even transformed into something even stronger. But the fear of dreaming again, of believing that what you had can become real again, is something they haven't been able to overcome yet. The relationship left such deep scars that, even unwillingly, they constantly think about the possibility of healing this wound and recovering what you had. They know, even unconsciously, that by your side there is the possibility of a solid future, of a relationship that can be lasting and true. But at the same time, that future is frightening. The memories of what they felt by your side, the intensity of the attraction, the warmth of the conversations, the feeling of being alive in a way they may have never experienced before, are both comforting and terrifying. This fear is what stops them from moving forward, from allowing themselves to believe that something so intense could happen again. They are afraid of losing themselves once more in this sea of emotions that left them so vulnerable, not knowing if they will have the strength to come out on the other side. This person is in a delicate moment, torn between the desire to recover what you had and the fear of facing it all again. They feel that there is a path to follow but are paralyzed, unable to take the first step. They are going through a complicated moment, an internal battle that few can understand. Anxiety is a constant companion, whispering in their ear that maybe they don't deserve someone as special as you. Perhaps they have said something similar, something like, "You deserve someone better," or maybe they kept those words to themselves, but you feel the distance they created between you. This silent tension weighs on the relationship, not because love doesn't exist, but because they carry scars from the past that have not yet healed completely. And somehow, without meaning to, They ended up sharing this burden with you. You care so much, and that does not go unnoticed. The sleepless nights, the tight chest wondering if they are okay, if they need help, if there is something you could do to ease their suffering. These thoughts invade your mind repeatedly, stealing your peace. And then, in a moment of pain, they decided to take another path, moving away without making the reason clear. That hurts because it seems unfair. It's not just their absence that hurts, but the lack of understanding, of clarity about what really happened. Still, the love you feel is so deep that you allowed them to go, understanding that sometimes we need to walk alone to find our peace. But that doesn't make things easier. You still think of them with immense affection, just wishing they are well, even if it means being far from you. And there is no way to avoid the questions that surround your head. I'm here for you, why don't you reach out? Why don't you trust me to share this weight? This person is going through a process that goes beyond simply healing old wounds. It is a deep dive into their own soul, a moment of self-reassessment, and above all, a reconnection with what is most essential, their own self. They are leaving behind everything that has happened, those experiences that, although they have shaped their life so far, no longer need to define who they are or how they see the world around them. There is a genuine regret in their heart, an immense desire to show that the lessons of the past have, indeed, been learned. They do not want to repeat the mistakes of before, and they want to prove this to you, demonstrating that they are a different person now, someone who seeks to live with more authenticity, more in line with the truth of who they really are. Throughout this journey, they realize that many of the beliefs they carried since childhood, those reinforced by everything and everyone around them, are not, in fact, their truth. And with this new perception, they decided to walk a different path, where they can be themselves, free from the expectations of others. They want to open their heart to you, share how they have been feeling, and this time, they want to do it in a more direct, more truthful way. Writing, although powerful, does not capture the depth of what they need to convey. They want you to hear their voice, feel the sincerity that comes from it, because there is something special in their way of expressing emotions, something that written words simply cannot translate. Maybe they sing, maybe they are someone whose gift for communicating emotions goes beyond what can be written. It could be the softness of their voice, the rhythm with which they speak, or even that slight accent you find charming. But in any case, hearing this person is a unique experience, more intense, more real than reading what they write. They want you to know that the feeling they have for you has not diminished. In fact, it has strengthened over time, as they reflected on everything that happened. They still love you and want, more than anything, to try to reconnect with you. They ask you not to give up, not to close the doors to this possibility. If in your heart, you feel it is still worth it, if you believe that investing your time, patience, and energy in this relationship still makes sense, then know that they are ready. They have worked a lot on themselves, faced their own demons, unraveled their desires, and now they are willing to leave the past behind, ready to build something new. You have also been through a lot. You have survived challenges that could have brought you down, but you remained strong. This person recognizes that. They know that you were incredibly patient, even when things seemed to be falling apart. They felt a lot of pain, felt abandoned and forgotten, and that made them question if it was all really over if you still cared. But deep down, they always knew that if it depended on you, the doors would remain open, that your heart was always available to them. You are a kind, understanding person who would never want to be with someone who felt obliged to be there, without will or genuine interest. Maybe you don't fully understand what they went through, but you know that everyone has their own journey, and that some parts of that journey need to be faced alone. Now they find themselves at a crucial point, where they need to make an important decision, to heal this relationship, to deal with the feelings that still exist, and to show that there is still love, still care, and that now they are a better version of themselves, ready to truly love and be loved back. They want to reconnect with you, the person they really want to be with. And if you also feel that this is the right path, if your heart still beats faster when thinking of them, then maybe it's time to listen to what they have to say. Because sometimes, all we need is a second chance, an opportunity to show that we can be better, that love can still flourish, even after everything we have been through. And this person is ready for that, to be the partner you deserve, to build something new and beautiful by your side. Let your spirit absorb these words and feel them resonate deeply within you. The universe wishes the best for you and will ensure a positive outcome, no matter what your choice is. If this message was for you, write in the comments, "I accept to give love a second chance." to claim this message and the blessings contained in it for yourself. Leave your like, and if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and stay tuned for the important message waiting for you in the next video. May God and the universe guide your steps with peace, love, and faith. Amen.